So, okay, guys. So, in this session, now we'll be learning about what is like HTML tags. Okay, so the HTML element. So first we'll know what is HTML tag and what is HTML element. So sometimes they'll be calling they'll be telling that something as HTML tags. So usually see here they have tell like basic tags they have taken, right? So sometimes they will be telling HTML tags, and sometimes they will be telling HTML elements. So you need to know first that one. So, what is the main point that first you need to know? I'll just open my notepad. That is, I'll just escape this file, and the notepad which have been taken for you guys is okay. I have just deleted that, I think so. Mm, what was the file name that which have been created for you? Okay, that is okay. The spelling mistake is there. So this is July actually. Okay, this was the file that have been created, right? So this is the another way of opening your VS Code. Okay, that is CMD. Enter. The command prompt will open, and you can type code space dot. So your Visual Studio will open with the same file. You can just drag and drop this, or else the another way of doing opening your file is, that is folder, is by doing this. Okay, so I'll just close this and this. So I'll just open this one. So what is the thing that we have done in yesterday's class? So we have just learned all these things, right? So in today's class, as I told, first we will be learning the difference between, that is difference between, the third thing is nothing but the difference between the HTML tags and the elements. So what is HTML tag and what's HTML element? So nothing but these thing, that is H1 and close of H1. So without having, so that is without having any content. Content. So without having any content side the tag is known as HTML tag. Okay. And suppose the same thing, I'll be using one H1 tag, and I'll just come back here, and I'm writing something, that is, as we have written in the any text you can write. Okay. So I'll write hello world. Okay. So having, so this totally, the tag plus the some content that include the tag include some content means elements. Okay, we'll be calling that as element. So this is the basic question where the interviewer asks you and makes you blank. Okay, this is the first question that where the interviewer will be asking you. So you guys will know all the things from top to bottom. Okay, but the with the basic silly things they will make you failed. Okay, so these are the basic things that you guys should know. So what is HTML elements? HTML elements are nothing but including the content. Okay, this is nothing but including the content. Okay, so this is nothing but including the content plus tag which is written. Okay, so if you write some content inside the tag, that will be called as elements. Okay, so I think you understood this one. So this is the main point that you need to understand, because they will just the interviewer will make sure you might think that this is silly, but interviewer will ask the question at that time. If you don't answer right, so there is only one point gone over there only. Okay, so this was the thing that we learned yesterday, right? So we learned about only the header tags. So today, like, we'll be learning more text tags, text formatting tags. So what all the text formatting tags that we'll be learning is, so text formatting tags are not, sorry, text tags are nothing but, not text formatting, sorry. Text tags are nothing but like, if you want to write any of the text or any of the para, like how you will be writing. So we have another tag called p tag. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so sorry I didn't share my screen. So now I'll be starting this. Okay, so over here, that is, I think you have understood like what is the HTML tags and the elements for now. So if you have any doubts on that, you can just ask me. No doubts, right? Or any doubts? Please respond. Okay. So the next topic that we will be learning in today's class is nothing but the HTML elements. So coming to the HTML elements, so what is the thing that you will be seeing? That is, first you need to understand something called as block level and the inline elements. So what is block level and the inline element? So we'll come to that by first learning some of the some of the text tags. Okay, that is nothing but I'll just go to my Visual Studio and I'll open over here. I have taken some paragraph tag, right? So here I'll be opening my paragraph tag. So inside this paragraph tag, I'll just write some dummy text, that is Lauren and Lauren and Lauren and Lauren. So see, I have written in I'll just minimize now. So since you can just see the text what I have written. So see, I have written the text for how many lines? For 3 lines. But here, how it displays. So see, now we have written in the 3 lines or 4 lines have written. Okay, but how the text will be shown in the browser? That is how the text will be shown in the browser. See, it first takes from one hand to the another hand, and again it ends over here. And the second line it is totally coming here. But see, note down, another third line is there, right? The third line which have been written over here, that is continuing from the second line only. But actually, what how it is acting in the sense, I'll just minimize the screen. See, can you see this? So when I minimize the screen, this will be written in the same line. Okay, if I go more smaller, this line has become single line. Can you see this? So this is going with the single line. So as per the screen, that is browser length, it is just taking it. Okay, this what I can tell, the browser is taking the paragraph tag, how this is working, I can tell this. Okay, So suppose what if you want in the paragraph type? So you will just tell me like you can add one break tag. That is also one of the solution. But see, if you want in multiple lines, like 10 lines, like a para you want. So if you're writing a essay writing, you cannot write para in one line only. So you need more lines. So that is how you write, right? So similarly, if I want in the different paragraph lines, so how I'll be writing? I'll just copy the same thing, that is Control C, and I'll create another tag called as pre-tag. Okay, and I'll copy paste that data. So let us see what is the difference that we will be seeing over here. And I'll also make this here. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So both 8 lines are there. So let us see the output difference. So at that time you will come to know. So see what is the difference that you can see. So the paragraph tag. So any para that you want to continue like one of the statement that you need to write means you will be writing like this. Okay, but you need to write line by line. So one statement like this. So that is after one of the statement uh you need another statement, that is another sentence, I can tell, another sentence to be continued in the next line. So at that time you will be using pre tag. Okay, or else you will be using the para tag only. And you can also you might ask this doubt, so can I also do the same thing using the para tag? So you can do actually, but using the break tag, that is break tag. Okay, so see, now the output will be, see, you're getting in the next line, right? So that is how. But it doesn't make sense. Like suppose if you have hundreds of lines everywhere, you cannot go and give break, right? So at that time you will be using this what I can tell, pre-tag. Okay. So I think you understood these two things, that is paragraph tag and the pre-tag. So and what is the next thing that they are telling over here? That is list tag, ordered list and unordered list is there. And the what is that? First I'll be telling this and I'll come to this ordered list and unordered list. So what is the next thing that is we'll be learning is something called as anchor tag. So what is anchor tag? So I'll just come over here. You guys see that something. First, I'll write some anchor tag. That is anchor tag, and I'll write go to Mintra web page. Okay. So imagine. So this is one link that have got over here. So see, this is the link that have got. Okay. This is like nothing but it is one link, and just a minute, web page. Why this is not okay? So this is the anchor tag that have been taken. Okay. So See, this acts like a link. So the same text, suppose if you want to act like a link, so whenever you click on this, it should go for this Mintra website. So how do you do that? So I'll just copy this URL and I'll make a paste on over here. That is where you will be pasting inside this href attribute. Okay. So when I click on this, see, it will be going to this page. Okay. So just get me a minute, guys. Yeah. Okay. So you will be getting like this. Okay. So what we have done, we were in the page where we have been created, and whenever I click on this, it will navigate to the another page. Okay. So usually here only you will get of the definition. So what is the definition that you will be getting? So what is an anchor tag? So fourth question. What is that is anchor tag? So what is an anchor tag? Right? So tag. And why do we use that? So this anchor tag acts as, so I can tell it is used to tag, it is used to navigate from one page to the another page. So this is how you guys need to create your own definition. So I'll not be giving any I'll not be giving any notes in the class. So I'll be giving you the notes after the session. Okay. So if I also give the notes in the class only, it will take more time. So I'll be just telling you the definitions. You can just write down. So this is how, like, I'm just telling you how you need to create your own definitions. So you will come to know like what exactly it is going on. So usually how what are the I'll just give some ideas like how to uh, create your own definitions, okay, after the class. So this is how it has been done. So any doubts in this navigation, this anchor tag? So you can just ask me if there is any doubt on this anchor tag. Okay, these are some of the like text tags that we have been done till now. And the another thing that text tags that we need. So similarly, imagine we are writing some content and you need to give I think let's see, now have been done this presentation, right? Now have been done this presentation. So here I have written one, and here I have written dot, so on. The circle shape, and sometimes you need arrow shape, and sometimes you need like square shape, so on. So at that time, what you need to do and how you will be doing. So that is the main question, okay, of this concept. So how you will be doing they'll ask. So like that only even interviewer will ask. So for that, what is the concept that you will be learning is nothing but that is lists. Okay, the ordered list and the unordered list. So I'll be telling you why we'll be using this list. So how to create one of the list. So just there are two types of lists. Okay, first of all, there are two types of lists, ordered list and then the unordered list. So what are the two types that we have? That is OL and the the next thing is unordered. So ordered list and the unordered list. So what is the difference between ordered list and unordered list? So and if you want to write anything inside that, you will be writing list. Okay. So any list that you want to write, you will be writing lists. So I'll just copy. So, okay, first like let us write from some data. So what are any data you can write? I'll just write something called as mm, apple and orange and banana and so on. So these are some of the things that have been written. Okay. So similar thing that I will be writing in the UL also. So what is the difference we will see? Okay. First. So see, you are getting the data over here. Are you able to see that you are getting this data over here? So ordered list in the sense it is ordered. Okay. Everything is in order way. Like it may be ascending order, descending order, anything it may be. Okay. So what is the thing I can tell? So how do we create one of the definition? Ordered list contains nothing but in a order format. Okay. But unordered list doesn't contain any order. It just gives a symbol like what all the things that you need. So and what all the things that you will be able to give for the ordered list and the unordered list is the main thing that you need to know. So you can just write styles and list type. So you can just give the list type is equals to uh, that is something called as alphabets. Like from if you want to give alphabets, you can give alphabets. So let us see. So this is one of our another thing that you will be giving. So based on so usually basically you will be giving the alphabets and all. So I'll be writing alphabets in the lowercase. So this one is will be uppercase. So I'll be writing the alphabets in the uppercase. And if you want to write the same thing in the lowercase, I'll just copy this and I'll paste this. You can also do that by doing this as lowercase. Sorry, lower alphabets. Okay. So see, here I'm getting the data of the uppercase and here I'm getting the data of the lowercase. So are you able to see this? Right? So similarly, what all the things that we have in the what I can tell unordered list. So what are the symbols and what are the things that I can add in the unordered list? So I'll be coming in the unordered list style. That is nothing but I'll take one of the style attribute and I'll be giving that is what is that I'll be giving? I'll be giving list style type. So the default type of the what I can tell the default type of this UL will be first like that is disk. Okay, disk is nothing but you will be getting this option. Suppose if you want to change, just you go over here. Just if you don't know what all the things are available, just press control space. Remember control space you just type and you will be able to access. So we have something called circles. So here you will be able to get the circles. Okay. And what is the next thing that we will be getting? That is control space. And you can get something as here you cannot use like alphabets and all. Okay. So what are the other things also are there? There is something called as squares. So you can use the squares also. Okay. So these are some of the basic things that you need to know and where you will be using these things. Okay, so these are the basic things based on the text formatting, like text things that you will be doing. Suppose you might ask like, sir, I need to only write, like what I can tell, I'm in the list only, I need to highlight only the first thing, that is, I need to make this as bold or italic. So at that time what you will be doing, you will be learning something called as text formatting tags. So what is the meaning of text formatting tags? So what all the text formatting tags are there? So that one I'll first show you. So what are the text formatting tags that is available? Okay. So these are some of the text formatting tags that which we have. So if you want to make some of the, like that is some text as a bold, so you will be using the B tag, that is bold tag, and another one is strong tag. You need to like how I can tell, it will be the width, it will not be seen much. So at that time you need to like bold it more than that. So you will bold is nothing but it has some like predefined value of that, like it will only like bold the value of only so like little bit. So you need to do more than that, means you will be using this stronger value, and you can also assign that. And you can also assign this that is nothing but what I can tell, strong in the CSS also. I'll also be showing when I'm using the CSS. Okay. And if you want to make a particular text as italic, you will be using italic. And similarly, all these things. And if you want to make some of the tag as small, you will be doing small and sub. So mainly, which all the things that will be useful is, so this thing that is nothing but this sub tag is important, and this one is also important, that we will be using all these things, and we'll be using small also, and mark also you will be using in some of the things, and you will be using italic, strong, and bold regularly. Okay, so whenever we need, you will be using that. So these acts as an inline or block level elements we'll be learning. That is our next topic. So first let us complete this one. So over here, what is the thing that we'll be doing is, okay, I'll open my Visual Studio Code, and I'll just open this. I think you can see both the tags and the screen. Are you able to see? Yeah, okay. So over here, see, so what are the text formatting tags that they have told? First one is bold tag. So for bold tag, as I told, we need to use something called as B tag. Okay. So you just apply this inside this, and I'll make this as another tag as italic, and I'll apply this one over here, and I'll remove this. And another thing what I can apply, I'll apply strong. So let us see how it acts. Okay. So see, for this one, have done. Okay. So also you can give over here also. For the paragraph also you can give. So imagine that. So where it is? Hmm, yeah, my Visual Studio. And I'll go for my paragraph tag. That is first one. See, for the first whole line, I'll be giving it as bold. That is bold tag. And from here to here, I'll copy it, and I'll paste it inside the bold tag. So you are able to see have just made it have highlighted this. Suppose what if I make this as, so I'll in this paragraph I'll make this as strong. So at that time you will be able to see the difference between the strong and bold. See, over here you're been able to see it. Actually, this tag predefinedly only this tag is making it as like what I can tell size as lower thing. So this one it is bigger one. So just I'll increase my screen size like the I'll just zoom it. So see you are able to see this, right? So this one has been bold and this one has been to the what I can tell strong. So similarly, you can apply the italic also, and whatever the thing that you need to apply, that one you can apply. So what are the next thing that we have? Something called a small and sub and sub. So these things are very important. So you can just go through because we'll be using it. So how does sub and sub act? So I'll write this sub. Like I'll write here and show, so it will be good. That is nothing but CP control X and control. So what is our output? See, actually, what does the no? I'll just leave some. I'll just take one word over here that is called as second line. So usually you give something like this, right? Usually you give something like this, right? At that time, you need to give some percentage or any other thing or degree or so on, Celsius and all you will be giving, right? At that time, it will be useful. So whatever the text you write, that will be above this. Okay, this is nothing but this is you will be writing sub. So the you will be writing the subscript tag and subscript tag. That is nothing but subscript and subscript. Okay, and if you make another thing that is third line and if you make this as sub and I'll just copy this and I'll be pasting it over here. See, sub will go up and sub will go up and sub will come downwards. Okay, so this is how you will be using. So this is like while doing some mathematical operations or some while giving in like brackets or so on, you will be doing. So this one where you will be using that is nothing but bold tags to highlight any other any properties or any things that you will be using. So actually, why that was being introduced also I told you bold tag in over here. You might ask like sir, we can also use the h1 tag instead of using this one, right? Anyway, this one will be bolded. So I'll also give the definition for that. Okay, so this one is done. So here this topics is done. So what is that? So I'll go for the first page. So these all topics are done. Okay, so this one is totally covered. Okay, just I need to tell you what is block level and the inline. Okay, so coming to what is block level and the inline. So where is block level and the inline? And see, block level elements are nothing but h1. So why this h1 is block level, I'll tell you. I'll just write hi. Okay, so some content have written over there and just I'll write style background color will be something called as blue. Okay, and I'll take another thing called as span tag, or I can take it as italic tag, or I can take as a bold tag. All the formatting tags also I can take. Okay, so I can take what I can take all the formatting tags that which we have. Okay, so all the formatting tags we need will be having. So you might ask, like, what is the main thing? So here what we'll be doing, so I'll just open my browser. So I'll just, before that I'll write some content, that is I'll write span tag, span tag, and italic tag, and bold tag. Okay, so I'll just scroll my page. See what is the difference that you can see here. See, this h1 tag is taking the, it is occupying the space from one end to the another end. So you might ask, sir, here you have not given the color, so that only it is not occupying total line. For your doubt, I'll again give over here also, and for this also I'll give, and for this one also I'll give. Okay, see, this is not occupying the whole line, but here h1 is occupying the whole line. So here, by the way, what you can tell, it is occupying the whole line. So this is nothing but it is called as block level element, and this is nothing but an inline element. So let us see what all the block level elements that which we have. So we also have something called as div tag. So I'll write something like hi over here, and I'll say I'll apply that is background color. Okay, see, it is occupying the whole line actually. So this div tag is occupying the whole line. So where is the code that I have written? So yeah, in this center I have taken, right? So I'll just cut this and I'll come back and write down. See, this div tag is also occupying the whole line, but these things are just taking how much the content it is. So here, by how you will form your definition, and how I can you form your definition, like whatever the tag, like the tags which occupies the whole width of the line. So that is the tag which occupies the whole width of the line is known as block level element, and the line which it occupies only the, what I can tell, only the certain content you can have the inline element. So that is what you will be telling. Okay, so here what all the like inline elements that you have, and what all the block level elements that you have. So the inline elements are including the anchor tag and button, all these things. So you can see some of the things. So here you have already learned about some things, that is, you have learned span tag, strong tag, and sub tag. The script tag is also you will learn. Okay, you don't worry about this. All these things you will just learn. Okay, and area tag and all I will be explaining. You don't worry about this. So these are some of the tags that comes under the inline elements. Okay, so you just have, you got an idea of like what is inline and what is block line, I think so. And here block level elements are nothing but which contains whole width. Like see, paragraph tag also it contains whole width. Just I can just show you with the example. So I'll just go with the example over here, that is for block level. I'll take paragraph tag, that is block level elements. I didn't give the background color, I'll give, so at that time you will come to know. See, is it occupying the whole line? Right, it is occupying the whole line, right? So for that it is called as like block level. So there are two types, that is nothing but, suppose why we need to know this concept, you might ask, sir, this is like nothing but, this is a simple thing that you might ask like that, but actually this is the main thing that you need to know. Why? Because see, suppose you write something and you need to execute, you will be writing some hundreds of H1 tags, you imagine, but all those things are contains only short thing, like for example apple, orange, or like tomato, something and all, some vegetables and fruits, everything it includes. Okay, so and suppose if you want, like you can take student names, like 100 student name, and you will be mentioning in the, what I can tell, in the H1 tag. And why you will be mentioning in the H1 tag, you will be taking in the H1 tag because you need the in the bolder size. So at that time you should not use the H1 tag, you should use the bold tag. Okay, because this will occupy the whole line and this one will not come next to that. So for that you need to use the bold tag. Okay, and also you can do another thing, that is nothing but, you can nest one tag inside the another tag. Okay, so nothing but inside this h1 tag, suppose if I have that one para, so I think I have already been told over here, suppose if we have one para, like we'll be, so what is that? If suppose if we have one para, you can also write another tag inside that. So you can write like this also. And another thing, that is, you can write this OL tag inside the UL tag and UL tag inside the OL tag also. Just I'll show one demo for you guys. So okay, so what is the thing that I told, this is OL tag inside the UL tag, so I'll just remove this one and this, I'll write, so I'll write one of the thing over here also. So see, this data is been in the square shape, and why this data is in the in this alphabets form, alphabetical order. You have any idea, guys? Why it is? Anyone can answer?
Because it is a order list.
Yeah, correct. Okay, so you might think these are some silly questions, but some like in interviews they ask this only. Okay, but you will not be able to clear that. So I'll be asking each and every questions that they might ask in the interview. Okay, you don't feel like these are silly questions and all. Okay. So any other doubts like of till here?
Sir, what is the default value of order list and unordered list?
Yeah, I told you, right, the default value of ordered list is one, like ordered list is like, that is numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, and unordered list is nothing but disk, that is nothing but disk. So this is the default value. Default value you will come to know whenever you don't mention the type. So I'll not mention the type. So I'll just remove the style. So you will come to know over here. See. So here it is numbers. Can you see that? So here the default value is numbers, and here this was square, it changed to the disk. Okay. Are you able to see? So okay, that is done. So what is the another two topics that we need to cover is, so just I will give an introduction of this two topics. So these are nothing but something called as semantic tags. So whenever you create something, that is what I can tell, whenever you create one of your website, you cannot write only div. So actually first you need to know before that what is div tag. Okay, so I'll just tell you that, see, you didn't ask this question only. I have told you like to ask the questions like whatever the doubts you have. So you guys know what is div tag. You should have been asked me what is div tag, right? See, you should have been asked me what is div tag. So that is how you are showing the concentration on this class. See, every point that I write, every question you should ask. Okay. So what is the div tag? So div tag is nothing but it is like a container. Okay, it is nothing but it is like one container. So where you can mention the like you can mention for all the things height and width. Okay, so where suppose if you want to create one box or anything, suppose if I want to wrap all these things, so that is if I want to wrap only this session, that is from this para session to H1. I want to wrap all these things. What I can tell, yeah, I just open my screen so you will be able to see. So I want to wrap all these things. Imagine. I just copy from here to here. Okay, imagine you need to wrap, just I'll control X and I'll wrap inside this one, that is div tag. Okay, so we'll see our output. So see, so these things, like this is, you need to wrap some of the content inside one of the thing. So it is nothing but it is just one dummy thing where you can wrap that. It is one of the container. I can tell one box. Suppose if you are taking some of the items and then you need to put in one box, right? So one box and you need to pack it up and you need to give a color for that box. So for that you will be using that div tag. Okay, so this div tag was being introduced before HTML5. Okay, we were using all div tags. So what if like if you write hundreds of div tags, suppose if I write hundreds of div tags, like the user, the reader, you have written the code, but any other person that he sees, he also should know like what is the thing that you have been written, right? And why he has used that div tag and for what you have been used the div tag, he should know, right? Correct, right? Suppose see, if you are as I told, if you are building this application, see for this one you can also build using the div tag also, but the user will get confused. I think user means the another programmer, I can tell. So user like he knows only the view, he'll come, he'll just see and he'll go off. But the another programmer, if suppose he wants to see, suppose have written the code, and my higher officials wants to see my code, like what have been written. So he should also understand, right? So for that, the another concept called as layouts came. Okay, that is nothing but HTML layouts. So let us go through that. So in this HTML layouts only, you will be covering all these things. Okay, that is nothing but something called as HTML layouts. So this is the web. I'll just take the page of web structure. See, over here, something, the header will come. Header is nothing but one of the advertisements. Suppose in this actually page they have not used header, just they have taken the nav bar directly. So this is nothing but this is a nav bar. Okay, this is nothing but this is nav bar, and they have used one of the sliders. They have created one of the slider. Okay, and what is the next thing? They have used the sessions, and they will be using one footer. So I'll just show you the footer parts, and I'll also inspect and show you the code, so at that time you will come to know. See, this is the footer part, this part, this session is there, right? That is in the page, web page, this is one session, that is called as footer part. So every data in this page will be given over here. So for example, see, men is there, men is also there over here, women is there, women is also there, kids is there, kids is also there, and home living and everything, it comes under the online shopping and whatever the thing. So if you want to contact some customers, you will get the customer details also, and what all the things, like where all they have been installed and with whom and all they have been having, like, and what all the things that they have, every detailed information will be given over here, and if they have any license and why they are running this page, everything will be given in this footer part. Okay, so you need to differentiate all these things, right? So for that, with having with a so here you can just tell me, you will just have an idea like why we are doing. So one idea you got, I think so, of that definition I can tell. The tag which has some meaningful, what I can tell, the tag which has some meaningful name or meaningful what I can tell, meaningful, the tag is which is meaningful, that is called as semantic tags, also you can tell as your own definition. Okay, so the tags, it has their own meaning names, like it has their own meaning. So header means you will come to you will come to know the, even the unprogrammer, like the programmer, like even you will come to know, because like if you don't know the programmer also, the user will also come to know. Header means okay, something like header part will be there, so I'll come to know okay, that is some header part. And navbar, so navbar is nothing but something like navbar means they have a concept of searching icons, so on. And session is nothing but it is also similar to the div tag, and there are different session. Instead of using div tag, we will be using session. Okay, see, instead of using div tag, here I have been used div tag in my page, right? In my page have been used div tag. But what if I use more than 100 div tags? They will not come to know anything. So what if I write session? You will come to know okay, this is this session. So one session is done, another session, another session, another session. Because in session, if you write another div tags, right, you can also write in one session, you can write hundreds of div tags. At that time, you will not get any confused, because one session, after completion of another one session only, you will be going for the next session. So for that, you will be using the session tag. Okay, while doing the project, I'll be showing you. So in tomorrow's class, completely we'll be doing only the practical thing. Okay, I'll be not explaining. So in tomorrow's class, just go through like what all just I'm telling. That is nothing but header tag, nav tag, session tag, and all these tags, footer tag, and article tag. So I'll just explain, right? You just review this part, only this last 10 minutes part you just go twice, okay? And the next thing that is aside. So what is aside? So aside in the sense, suppose when you are creating the responsive page, okay, that is when you are creating the responsive page. So I'll just inspect this. So see, when you are creating the responsive page, so this one I'll be running in the what mobile application. Actually this one, actually I don't know, it is not responsive properly. I'll open another web page, that is uh, I can take bitstream IO only. I'll be opening our website. See, over here our site is this one is responsive. Okay, I'll just inspect this page. See over here, if I click, I will be just imagine that I'm using in the iPhone SE. Okay, so I'll be clicking on this image. So this is nothing but a slider, that is a side bar. Okay, from one side you will be opening the side. Okay, or else I can also say this like. This will be actually hidden and it will be shown. Okay, also aside means you can also tell that any other thing, like I'll go for Flipkart, and I'll just open this. Over here, see, if I click on this, no, actually even this page is not having. So aside means actually the meaning is whenever you click from one page to another thing, right? There you will be getting, okay? Yes, sir. Like students are also there, right? You can take, sir. You can join actually. Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೀನಿ, 2 minutes ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ sir. So okay, so over here it is done. So I'll actually, this is nothing but aside, but completely aside means I'll show you the a good example for tomorrow's, in the tomorrow session. Okay, so you don't need to worry. So whenever you click on this, it should arrive from the side. Okay, so let us just minimize this, and I'll just open. I'll refresh this page. Okay, so whenever there is one sidebar, like in the YouTube and all, I think so you can just see, if you click on something, like you will be getting some pages and all, right? For example, see, yeah, in this Google page only I got a good example. See, suppose if I click on this icon, I am getting one sidebar over here. So this is nothing but aside. Okay, over here, that where I can see my history, downloads, booking, and so on. This is nothing but a sidebar. Okay, I think so you understood like what all the things we will be designing in our web page. So, and what all the tags we will be using for that. Any doubts, guys? You can ask me. So I'll be stopping my session over here.